This is a classic Chinese takeaway. You got that white pepper coming in afterwards as an aftertaste, but that oyster sauce with the soy sauce and that nice sweet Shaoxing wine, that combination is always so good pairing with the chicken. Hey guys, welcome to Flavor Fridays. My name is Ryan, and today we're gonna make chicken with oyster sauce. So first of all, you always need to prep your ingredients nice and well. So we start off by cutting our ginger and garlic nice and fine, really extra fine so that it kind of submerges with the sauce as we cook. And then we're gonna cut our spring onion into some nice little baton-like-ish shape so that it can give us that nice, accentuate the creativity of the dish, looking nice and pretty. And then last of all, we have to cut our chicken leg. You can use boneless chicken, but for me, I personally love chicken with bone in because it gives out more flavor. So once you're done with all the chopping, then you can move on to the sauce. So with the sauce, we have our Shaoxing wine, our light soy sauce, chicken stock, but you can use any kind of stock you have on stock, some sesame oil, white pepper, oyster sauce. It wouldn't be oyster sauce chicken without oyster sauce, am I right? That's it for the sauce. Time to cook. Make sure your wok is high heat, make sure it's very smoky, and then we can start off the cooking. So chicken oyster sauce is like a typical takeaway dish that you can have in like anywhere around the world, but typically you would just have this with rice and some veggies. So you do need to have some lighter dishes at the side so that way you kind of balance out your meal. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna add the chicken in. We're gonna first make sure the chicken is slightly cooked. Then we're gonna take it off the heat and then we're gonna cook the remaining part afterwards. So make sure, just separate them around the wok and then press it down to give it some color and then let it sit for a good 30 seconds and then we're gonna kind of flip it over. Or you can always check so you can see that kind of color, kind of light golden brown color. That is what we're aiming for. So now I know I can sort of flip them over. So I'm using bone in. Like I said, it will take a little bit longer because they're a little bit chunkier. But of course, if you want a quick and simple way, you can use boneless chicken. Make sure you use chicken thigh because they're more juicier and more tender. Once your chicken is around somewhat color like this, then you can just take it out. So it's slightly golden brown. They're not fully cooked yet, so we're just gonna take them out and let it sit in the bowl. We're gonna use the same oil over here to fry off our ginger and garlic. Of course, I'm just gonna add a little bit more oil. So now we fry up our garlic and ginger. So guys, once you fry up our garlic and ginger, it will take less than a minute, all right? So once it's colored, you have to make sure it's colored. That's when you start adding the sauce in. So once your garlic and ginger is nicely colored, we're gonna add all the sauce in now. And what we're gonna do now, we're gonna add the chicken into the sauce so that it can cook for another, I would say, 5 to 10 minutes so that the chicken's fully cooked. All right, guys, some key things you can check when your chicken's cooked. First, the shrinkage. If it shrinks around half, then you know that it's gonna be cooked around 80%. But another key thing, if you take the bone in one and you can see the bone kind of popping out and then all the meat kind of shrinks in, so it looks like a little lollipop in a way, that is a sign of your chicken is cooked. Another thing I want to emphasize is the sauce. If your sauce, you want it nice and thick and coating consistency, you want to boil it down longer so that it kind of turns into a thicker sauce. But if you're a little bit want to speed up the process and you don't have time to wait, then you can add corn flour slurry. Add at least a table to 2 in hot pan or hot wok and let it boil, and that will coat your chicken. So now, once you go up to this stage where it's coating, and you can see the sauce starts to color my chicken, now you're gonna add your spring onion. Adding your spring onion last to ensure the crisp and make sure it doesn't wilt. Once you add it, mix it a little bit, give it a quick toss, and then your chicken is done. All right guys, now the dish is done, it's time to taste. Just gonna grab a little bit of everything. All right, cheers to this. It's really good. It's really delicious, very savory, and most of all, very tender. All right guys, thanks for watching Flavor Fridays. Hope you enjoyed this chicken dish I made. Let us know down below what is your favorite Chinese takeaway.